people watching the video, sorry about the 4.5 minutes of music there at the beginning. Just fast forward it if you're going to watch this thing again. All right. Oh, that's right. I have to move myself off the screen again because this is Excel. This is Excel. I'll move myself over here. All right. All right, everybody. Guided project 4-3. That's what we're going over today. There are 2 files. There are 2 files you're going to download today. The only one you're going to open is what? The one with your name on it. And we're going to import the other one into the one with our name on it. So I'm going to go ahead and click Start File. That's the one with our name on it. I'm going to click Resources. That's the one without our name. I'm going to come up here and find the one with my name on it. Here it is. If this went away, just click the little button up here and you will see what you've downloaded. We're going to open the one with our name on it. So please open the one with your name on it. And again, if you don't feel like clicking up there, you can always click on the little folder icon down here. Go into your Downloads folder and just double click the one with your name on it. Now, what do you suppose I should do first? Thank you. I told you by the end of this class you were all going to start just, it's great. It's a good feeling. Okay, that's a great feeling. People online are like, I can't read any of the data. Oh, that's right, you can't. Let's make this bigger. Ah, much better. Okay. And yes, if you would like to make yours larger as well, remember you can always zoom in and zoom out to your heart's content. All right. So here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I've stalled enough, Here we go. So we've downloaded both files, because if you don't download both files, you're not going to be able to do the steps later. So here we go, everybody. So the first thing we're going to do in step 2, notice it says we're going to copy the sheet. We're going to copy the patient. Now, I get people that totally obliterate this step and don't do it, and then later they're like, well, where's all the stuff? Please follow this step. So we're going to copy the patients in equip sheet. We're going to place the copy before the criteria sheet. We're going to name the copied sheet, the newly copied sheet, ADV_filter, no period. So here's how we're going to do it. You're going to come down here, bottom left corner. You're going to right-click the patients and equip sheet down here. Right-click. You're going to get a menu. Well, if we're going to copy it, which one do I click? Okay. Move or copy. So here's move or copy. Okay, click this checkbox immediately that says create a copy before you do anything else. So click that checkbox for create a copy. We're putting it before which sheet? Criteria. So you're going to click criteria here to place it before the criteria sheet. And then if I'm done, what do I click? Okay. Thank you. Okay. Now you should see patients and equip 2. Patients and equip 2 down here at the bottom of the screen. So to rename it, all you have to do is double click the words down here. Double click patients and equip 2 like this. It's ADV space FILTER. Enter. Make sure everyone does that before we move on, because if you're not doing that, there's going to be some issues later. So we're renaming it ADV space filter. What is going on? Okay. Very good. Yes, it's ADV filter, and you can get rid of the 2. Okay. So ADV filter. People keep looking in here. Okay. I think I'm just going to get louder.
How do you copy it?
I can still get louder. Oh yeah, you got to right-click it. No, you weren't supposed to rename it yet. You're supposed to do the copy. I told you people obliterate that step you just did. So it's the first one is supposed to be patients and equip. Can you undo? Can you control? Here, just click somewhere. Control Z. You did obliterate that. All right, you're going to have to rename this. So first, the original name of it was patients & equip was the initial sheet. Yeah, because if you don't do this step, it's gonna be a mess at the end. Okay, so now right click that sheet. Right click that sheet. You're gonna do move or copy. We're gonna click the create a copy checkbox down below. First thing is create. Okay, there you go, beautiful, click OK. Nope, you were right, you had create, yep, click OK. Now double click patience and equip 2 down there, and then rename it to ADV filter. All right. Everybody on this side okay? Everybody else on this side okay? We're good? Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. So now that we've got 4 sheets at the bottom, so you should have 4 sheets at the bottom now. Here we go. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our data. We're going to take our data on that ADV filter sheet, and we're going to turn it into a table. So here's how we're going to do it. We're going to click, you don't have to click cell A5, right? You're all in A5. You should all be in A5 already. It says it up here, A5, in the name box. So, okay. So if we're already there, we don't have to click on it. Now, Home tab, Styles group. We're going to go to Format as Table, and we're going to choose, everybody, White Table Style Light 1. All right, so here we go. Here's the Styles group right here. You're going to click Format as Table. And it was light, right?
It's the first one.
That's the first one. Look at that. He made that real easy this time. Okay, White Table Style Light 1. I didn't want to go back to the instructions. Okay, go ahead and click that. And it'll turn it into, okay. So here's the thing. It says, where is the data for your table? And it says A4 through D60. Now, hold on everybody, before we continue. I'm just going to tell you that it's only going to choose everything to row 60. Notice what it says here in step B. Rows 61 to 73 were not included in the table format. The source data comes from multiple files and not all the rows are recognized. So, let me go back here. So let's go ahead and click OK here. Click OK. All right. This is how you know that your data is a table. You notice that there are drop downs. See the drop downs here? I'm just showing you this. And you notice every other row is a different color. So, here's what I would like you to do next, okay? We're not going to select cell, all right, I guess we are going to select cell D59. So let's scroll down. Okay, notice how it stops here? That's what they were telling you to notice. It stops here at row 60. So they want you to click D59, which is right here, this number 145. Just click once there. All right, so here's how we're going to fix the rest of this. What do you notice in cell D60? There's like a little thing there, right? Like there's a little blue, see this little blue thing right here? We're going to take this right now. This is the next step. You're going to hover over that little blue thing. If you can't see it, please zoom in and make your screen bigger, or make the font bigger. All right, so here we go. We're going to put our pointer on the blue thing right here. Notice it changes into a 2-directional arrow. We're going to hold down our left mouse button, and we're going to drag this down to row 73 right here. And then you're going to let go. Whoop. And that's all you do to make the rest of it a table. Okay? Yes, I was waiting for that. Click OK. And then Control Z to undo. Click OK. Control Z, Control Z. Z, yep. Yep. Okay, now, let me make this a little bit bigger so you can see it. Go ahead and click the plus a few times. Right here, the plus. Yep. Okay, there we go, that's better. Okay, now put your pointer on the blue, little blue. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, just click over here. Okay, without clicking, put your pointer on that little, there. Now, drag down. Keep going. One more, oh, back up to the, yeah, there you go. Beautiful. All right. Okay. All Hard part's not here yet, everybody. It's coming. Okay, so we just did step E. Point to the table resize handle and drag it down to D73. That's what we just did, E and F. All right, back to cell A5, everybody. I'm gonna do Control Home. I'm just gonna click on A5. Make sure you're in A5 for this step. This step a lot of people miss too. Okay, everybody there? Okay, upper left corner up here on your ribbon in the properties area, you see how it says table 1 up here? Go ahead and delete that. And we're gonna type in, ready? We're gonna type this in. Lowercase t. Click on A5, are you on A5? Did you double click A5 and not single click A5? I'm gonna give you a chance to click some other cell and then click back on A5. People should not be raising their hands here. Okay. A5, that's A1. A5, Jan 2017, there you go. Table Design tab. Okay, get rid of table 1. Now I gotta restart this whole step.
Okay. I got it.
Okay, good. All right. So, up here, we got rid of table 1. The table name up here you need to type in is lowercase t, lowercase b, lowercase l, capital F, dang it, lowercase I, lowercase l, lowercase t, lowercase e, lowercase r, table filter. That's what we're renaming the table. If you do not do this, they will dock you a point. Okay. And then just press enter. Yep, it's right here. Lowercase t, lowercase b, lowercase l, capital F, lowercase I, lowercase l, lowercase t, lowercase e, lowercase r. This next part is way more important than that. So what we're going to do, everybody, is we are going to create an advanced filter, which is going to take the data from the table, and we're going to put it into, essentially, another table next to it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to filter that table to create data. So here's what we're going to do. This is a step a lot of people miss too. This is a simple copy and paste right here. You're going to select the cells from A4 to D4. You're going to Control C to copy, and you're going to click G4 and paste it, like this. You put your pointer in the middle of A, drag over to D, copy. You click G4, paste. One more time. You're going to put your pointer on A4, go to D4, copy, click G4, paste. Yes, it's going to look weird. Do not worry about that. We will fix that in a moment. Moving on. Moving on. There's another thing people miss. You need to type the words extract space range in cell G3, and we're going to make it 14-point italic font. So G3 is right here. I'm going to double click here so I can start typing. Extract space range. This is in G3. It's above what we just pasted. Then when you are done with this, you can change the format. There's a button I told you all that is up here where if we click it, it stays inside the cell, and that is the check mark button. So we're going to click the check mark button up here, the check mark. And that keeps us in G3. Now we can do the 14-point italic. It's 14-point italic, right? Yeah. So here's the italic button right here if you need it, or Control I. And then we're going to change 11 to 14. So you should now see extract range. It is not exact range. People miss points for that too. It's extract. Okay. Sorry, I have to say that 1,000 times because somebody in here is going to miss it. Prove me wrong, please. Prove me wrong, please. Please. I beg you. Okay. I want to be proven wrong. Okay. I take great joy when that happens. by the way. Okay, so here we go, moving on. Notice how, look, I said we were going to adjust those columns that we copied and pasted, the G through J. So check it out. So for G through J, it doesn't really matter how, like how big or how wide you make these columns. I'm just going to tell you what I do. So I'm just going to make G a little bit bigger. Like, see how I'm doing this? I don't know if everybody's watching. I'm going to sit here and do it anyway. So I'm going to put my pointer between G and H and just make the column a little bit wider like that. And then H, I'm going to make really wide because there's one word that's really, really long, so I'm going to make that a little bigger. Notice I'm just adjusting the size here. Patience is just a number. You don't have to, no, not patience like I have patience for everything. No, this is like a number of patients. You can just leave that alone. But you see how equipment usage looks really weird here? All you really have to do over here, everybody, is this. Just drag it a little bit farther this way. It's okay if it's on 2 lines. They're not gonna dock you a point. Just make it look a little bit nicer, that's all I'm asking. All right, once you've adjusted your columns, Nick, can I adjust the columns later? Yes, if you feel you want to adjust the columns later, you can do that too. You're not gonna get docked any points for this, okay? All right, now for the most important part of this whole project that several people mess this up on average. I hope we only have like 1 or 2 here, but here we go. So we are now going to create our criteria for this advanced filter. Now I just want to tell you this. We're going to create the criteria down here in the criteria sheet tab at the bottom of the screen, but let me just show you this. But the data is going to appear here underneath month year. The data is going to appear over here once we're ultimately done with this. So here we go. Let's click that criteria sheet at the bottom of the screen, bottom left, click criteria. Whoop. It's going to look like this. I'm going to make it bigger so everybody can see this. Now, we are not typing in very many things here. No, we're not going to copy and paste. I'm going to be doing typing here. So here's what I'm going to do. The criteria for this, we're first going to click in cell A3. So A3 is right here. Make sure that you are here. And then we are going to type the greater than symbol 12/31/19, like this. And then once you're done typing that in, push the tab key on your keyboard to get to B3. Okay, next we're going to type in, it's less than, right? Less than what?
January 1st, 21.
Thank you so much. So less than 1/1/21. And then I'm going to push the tab key again just to get out of that cell. So those are the only 2 criteria we are putting in for this filter. Now, the confusing step is the one that's coming up. This was not that bad. So everybody please double check your symbols, because you can't have any spaces. Any additional spaces or anything in this will mess the filter up also. Please check that you don't have any additional spaces, that you have the symbol and the date, followed by the date. Otherwise, it will not work. We'll give you all a moment to do that. People at home, thank you for tuning in, I appreciate it. Now I'm gonna just smile for a minute. There's literally like that much coffee in my cup. Don't worry. Okay, that's the last one I'm having today. All right, that was my first one I'm having today, but it's also my last one that I'm having today too. I can't believe I used to do 12 cups a day or 14 cups a day. Yeah, those were the days. Of course, I was like 70 pounds, like less than this too. So, yeah, that was like my diet. All right, then COVID hit and I gained it all. So, here we go. We're all done with this. We're done with this sheet for now. So here's what we're gonna do next. And yes, I do appreciate it, so I don't have to go back to the instructions when I ask for like dates and stuff. Just want to tell you I appreciate that. All right, so we're gonna go back to the ADV filter sheet, and we're gonna click on cell A5. So back to ADV filter down at the bottom. So please click once on your ADV filter sheet to get back to it. And we're gonna click on cell A5. Okay, here we go. Now for the tricky part. You are going to love this one. So, I'm going to go through this step very, very, very slowly. I'm going to click very slowly here. If you can follow along, that would be awesome. All right, so we're gonna go to the Data tab up here at the top of the screen. Data tab. So if I'm going to create So we're going to click on the Data tab. If I'm going to create an advanced filter, well, I suppose I should probably click on the button that says Advanced under Sort and Filter. So here's our Sort and Filter group. Let's click on Advanced. Now, you are going to get a dialog box. I'm going to go very slowly through what you're supposed to do here. You ready? So the first thing that we're going to do, we are not going to filter the list in place. We are going to copy, yes, we are going to copy it because it's going to go over here. Remember, it's going to go over here? So we have to copy it. So let's copy it. I've seen people leave that first radio button selected, and it is not pretty once you finish. So please click copy to another location. All right, so the good news is our list range is correct. It is A4 through D73, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's click in the criteria range box right here. Please click in there and make sure that your cursor insertion point is flashing. What did they change it to insertion point? I don't know. So we just did steps D, E, and F. Now, here's what everybody messes up. When we're doing the criteria, we did not put it in cells A2 to B3 on the ADV filter sheet. Which sheet did we put all that criteria in? The criteria sheet. So here's what we're going to do. So with your insertion point still flashing here, you're going to click once on the criteria sheet in the bottom left corner there. Click once on the criteria sheet. You now see criteria exclamation point in your criteria range. That means we're getting it from the criteria sheet. Now, just before I continue, what if our sheet had like a word, a space, and another word, instead of just criteria, right? So in those cases, you're going to see apostrophes around the multi-word sheet name. So the only reason we just see criteria here is because it's one word. If it was multiple words, you'd have quotes around it, single quotes around it. All right, now, we're on the criteria sheet. Our criteria, so you're going to put your pointer in the middle of A2 and drag to B3, like this. And let go. So now your criteria should say criteria exclamation point A2 to B3. I talked about the dollar symbols already and what they mean. Okay, so I hope everybody in here sees this right now. I need confirmation. Okay, notice I'm paying attention to you first today and then I'm going back over here. Everybody? Okay. All right, so now we're going to click once inside of copy to. Hey, what sheet did it take us back to when we did that? Now we're back where?
Patience.
We're back on our ADV filter sheet. So the instructions say we're going to go G4 to J4. So check it out. This is what we're going to do. Watch. So it's still flashing inside of here. You're going to put your pointer in the middle of G4 up here and drag over to J4 and let go. Now you notice in the copy to, there are apostrophes around ADV filter before the exclamation point. You can barely see it, like you can just see the first part of that. But that's why you have quotation marks again. I told you why you have that. Well, if we're done, what do we click?
Okay.
Let's do it. Moment of truth. I really hope you all got that. Okay. Once again, we're going to click on, okay, you're on A5. That's A4. Whoa, what happened to your table? Oh, good Lord, no. No, Control Z. Okay, thank you. Okay, A5, not A4. Advanced. Okay, copy. Click inside criteria range. Click on criteria down there.
Is this how the
Put your pointer on A2, drag to B3. Nope, just to B3. Go, okay. No, let's try that again. Put your pointer on A2, drag to B3. Down, there, let go. Okay, click copy to. Just get rid of all that and get rid of that. Yeah. Okay, put your pointer on G4, drag to J4. Let go. Click OK. Shoot, it's because it messed up earlier. Good Lord. Okay, now we gotta restart all that all over again. Shoot, I don't know how to fix that. Yeah, if you don't do the steps early on the way we were doing them. Did everybody else get the data?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna continue in a minute. Oh, done, finished? Okay. All right, everybody else has it? We're gonna need some serious work on that one. That's why I was going through that extremely slow.
I just need to open the copy.
Okay, just get rid of everything in copy to. Just wipe it all out. Okay, put your pointer on G4 and drag to J4. There you go. Let go. Yours looks like hers too. Which means you're gonna have to go all the way back to like the initial steps in this project.
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I was going through this extremely slow. For this reason. Because if you mess any of it up, it's not gonna shoot. All right, so how are you two? I'm gonna mute myself for a minute. All right, people on the stream, 1 minute. The importance of getting the criteria right is like really important. Otherwise, you're not going to see any data on that right side. Okay, we're back, everybody. Thank you for your patience. To my one person who finished, congratulations. They left already? All right. I hope they finished. All right, so here we go. So we're all done. We're all done. Now we're going to sort that data. So step 6. So now we're going to click cell G5. So let's find G and let's find 5. Here it is. Jan 2020. Click once on it, not twice. Now we're going to sort this. So here's the thing. So we're going to click the sort button itself. So the sort button itself is right up here. And the sort and filter, we're going to click this sort button right here. So we're going to give this 2 criteria, essentially, that we're going to do the sorting on. The first one is going to be image type. Oh, I have good news for you. Once we choose image type, steps C and D automatically fill in. So once we do B, we're done with B, C, and D. So here we go. So we're going to sort by. Here's the drop down arrow. Please click this. And we're going to click on image type. Bam. So you don't have to change anything else. Yeah.
So sorry, how did you make
So
that?
I clicked on G5.
Right.
And I clicked on the sort button up here in sort and filter.
Okay. Thank you.
And I just chose image type right here. And the rest of the criteria is good. Cell values and A to Z is fine. So we're done with B and C. Now, we need to add month year is the next level. So to do that, we're going to click this button that says add level. And it gives us a second one. So what are we choosing?
Month year.
Month year. So we're going to choose month year. And oldest to newest is fine. We leave this all alone. Well, if that's it, what do I click?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay is correct. And yours should look like mine. Well, it's by image type with I want to say angiography. It's probably angiography. That should be first, and ultra should be the bottom ones. Please tell me, please nod if you've got this. If not, I need to know. All right, so moving on. We went ahead and clicked OK. Now you notice it says autofit column H, so all we're going to do for that is we're going to click between columns H and I up here. See how my pointer turns into a 2-directional arrow? Just double click that. And it will autofit the column for you. Again, you can do that on any column you feel like, but I'm just going to leave it to this one for now. Believe it or not, we're almost finished, everybody. The hardest parts are like done. We're past the hard parts. So, what should you do right now since we haven't done it yet?
Save.
Save. Save. Control S. Now is a great time for that. All right. Next, you get to do something called conditional formatting. So with conditional formatting, we can make the cells change various colors, we can make the text change colors, we can add icons like stop signs and circles and all those other types of neat things to certain cells that meet a certain condition. Now the great news with this is going to be the most basic conditional formatting that you can do with cells like ever. So here's what we're going to do. They would like you to select cells that is not 15 to 116. That is I5 to I16. So let's put your pointer in the middle of I5 like this. We're just going to drag down to I16 like this, and we're going to let go. All right, conditional formatting. Let's click the Home tab. Home tab. Let's click the Home tab. All right, so here's where you're going to go. We're going to do conditional formatting, highlight cells rules, and greater than. We're going to do these 2 steps together right now. So we're going to come up here to Styles, and here's conditional formatting. The menu appears. You're going to hover over, do not click, hover over highlight cells rules, and then click greater than. And then just click that. Dialog box should appear. So, are you wondering where they got the number 103 from? Curious? They get it from this. Average 102.75, down here at the bottom of the screen. You'll find it down here in the status bar. So that's where they get the number from. They rounded it up to 103. But we're going to change it to what? 100? So let's change that to 100. So change that number to 100. And we're doing what, Phil?
Dark green text.
So we're going to change this right here. We're going to change this right here to green fill with dark green text. Go ahead and click that. And you notice we could have done like a bunch of other stuff with that. Like it gave us like a whole bunch of other options. So like you can get really creative with this stuff. So you make like the font really, really big. You can like, yeah, you can like do different background color, any background color. So do you see all your numbers that are green over here? Now, I hope. So if we're all done, it's what? Okay. Click OK. And congratulations. I'm just going to click somewhere so you can see that. So there should only be like 5 numbers there that are not highlighted in green. All right, cool. That was, oh wait, shoot. Darn it. Okay, so that was A, B, and C. Now, look at what it says here on D. Select the extract range starting at G4. So this is what they want you to do here, everybody. So put your pointer in the middle of G4. Oh wait, G4 already has borders. Do these already have borders, or is it just me?
They have borders.
Okay, forget it. Let's put our pointer on G5, like this, and just drag down to the 167 down here in J16. Let go. You're still in the Home tab, right? Everybody should be in the Home tab. So we're going to click this button up here that you should know very, very well in the font group. It's the Borders button, the Borders drop down. Let's go ahead and click that. And we're going to do all borders. And you should have borders around every single box now. Yay. Since it already had it up here, I'm like, why do we have to do it again? I don't know. Okay. Now, this just means you can click anywhere. It says press Control Home. I don't care where you click, just click somewhere. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Hey, people at home, I know my borders don't look like they're there on the screen, but trust me, they're there. I see them. Okay. Everybody else in here sees them too, I think. Okay. Yes, on the video it still doesn't show that I have the borders. It's okay, the borders are on there. All right, let's move on. Now we are going to import, yes, we are going to import our that second file that we downloaded, the resources file. We are going to import that into the expense info tab. So I have good news, everybody. We are finished with ADV filter. We're finished with criteria. Down in the bottom left corner, please click on expense info. Expense info down here at the bottom. Click once on it. And please make this bigger so you can see it. Please zoom in so you can see it. All right, here we go. We are going to import the data in here. So it says click which cell?
A4.
A4. So please make sure you are in the cell below last name. All right, here we go. Oop, I didn't mean to hit that button. All right. I meant to hit that button. Okay, that's better. All right, we're going to go back to the data tab. Back to the data tab. Now the file that you downloaded was a comma delimited file or a CSV file. So the button we're going to click to get that file is this one way over here on the left side of the ribbon from text/CSV. Please click that button. Okay, it's going to take a moment, by the way, everybody. It's going to start circling. In this part, this is going to happen a couple of times. Just be patient with it, please. All right, where do you save all your files? Downloads. Please click your downloads folder. And you should see the file you downloaded earlier, which is the Clemenson file right here. You're just going to double click this file right here. Make sure everybody's got it. Just just double click this file right here. And then you're gonna need to wait a moment for all this to come up. Yeah, it's that one right there, double click. There you go, just wait for it. Give it a moment until the screen comes up. So it's gonna take a moment for this screen to come up, just be patient. All right, so hopefully everybody sees this screen. If you're doing this from home, I hope you see the screen too, don't worry. Okay, so we've already done that. Now we're on to step F. So it says verify that comma is selected. It should be. Yeah, it is. Don't worry, you don't have to change that. It already says comma. Now, here's a very important part. We're not clicking the load button. We're clicking the arrow, and we're choosing load to. So down here in the bottom right corner, there's an arrow next to the word load. Please click the arrow. And then please click load to. And then this should come up. Import data. So for this step, it does say select existing worksheet. So right now it says table. We're going to change that to existing worksheet right here. Actually, it said new worksheet. We're changing it to existing worksheet. We don't want a new worksheet. And you notice it's defaulting to A4, which is a good thing. A4, yes, that's a good thing. We want A4. So if we're done, we click what?
Okay.
Click OK. So we click OK. And you. Well, if you like your orange creamsicles, I suppose that's a fantastic color for the table.
I think it just opened
Yep,
up.
that's a new sheet. Nope, close this.
Yeah.
Close. Do not close that one. Okay. Actually, you did it right. That's correct. Okay. Oh yeah, everybody, you can close that Queries and Connections tab. You can close that now. You don't need that ever again. Okay, don't need that ever again for this project. Just go ahead and close that tab, or the pane, not the tab. The pane on the right side, go ahead and close that. All right, so this looks pretty gross. I'll be honest. Do you like the column 1, 2, 3, and 4? That looks really nice too, doesn't it? We gotta fix that. So, look at what they're having you do. They're having you cut, that's right, cut and paste. That means Control X, Control V. So this is what we're gonna do. Please put your pointer on A3, drag across, like the middle of A3, drag across to D3, and it's Control X. Cut. We're going to click once on A4 and paste. So we're going to click once on A4, right here, and Control V is in van to paste. Now it no longer says column 1, 2, 3, and 4. Don't worry, nobody can see my hands. They can only see my face today. Okay. All right, let's keep moving. Not quite. Okay, Control X. It's over there next to Z. Okay, click once on A4. Yep. Control V is in van. Yay. All right. Okay, next step. We're going to click once on cell A5, and we're going to turn the table back into a regular range of text. So we're basically going to get rid of the table and just turn it back to text. So here we go. A5 is right here, the word Alan. Please click once on that. And now we're going to go into the table design tab up here at the top of the screen. And there's a button over here on the left-hand side in Tools that says Convert to Range. Please click that. Oh no, this will permanently remove. Just click OK. Just click OK, it's good. And the drop-down arrows go away, and that's how you know that it's not a table. because the drop-down arrows are all gone now. Okay, we are not done with this. We are getting closer to finishing, though. All right, that was B and C. Next, now we're going to basically clear all the formats. Now, if you click the wrong button on this, you're going to wipe everything out. I know I keep giving you the cautions on this, but somebody in here has done it every single time I've given the cautions so far. Different persons, different people, of course, but I know you can do this one. So here we go. We're going to select cells A4 to D34. Fastest way to do that, click once on A4, scroll down, hold down your shift key. This is review from previous Excel sessions. And just click once on D34 like this while you're holding down the shift key, and then let go of shift. So we're selecting all those cells, A4 to D34. Here they all are. All right. Everybody selected all those? Everybody in the room? Because this next step is very important. All right, so it wants us to clear all the formats. Here's how you do it. Be very careful with this, because if you click the wrong button, this is going to be wiped out. So over here on the right side of the Home tab, there's the Editing group. Notice there's a button that says Clear. We're going to click Clear. And everybody, it's this one right here. Do not click any of the other buttons. It is Clear Formats. Please click that. It's going to remove the color. It's going to do all kinds of neat stuff to this. Okay. You notice anything really weird about this? There's something really weird about this. What do you notice?
The date.
Ah, that's the obvious thing, the dates. Is anybody curious what these numbers represent? Come on, you know you want me to give you the answer, right? So what does 44,197 mean? You're going to love this one. It's the number of days between January 1st, 1900, because we all remember those times, and whatever the date is. So whatever the date that was in that column originally, so it's the number of days between January 1st, 1900 and then. So don't worry, we're going to convert these back to dates. We can convert these numbers back to dates. So we're now going to change the font size to 11 point. You should still have everything selected. Right now it's at 10 point up here. For review, you just simply click on the increase font size button and it makes them 11. So please make sure the font is 11 point. Yes, I missed that 2 semesters ago. That was not nice. I was like, dang it, I forgot to do the 11 point. Everybody started freaking out. Like, you missed one finally. Yeah, I know. Okay, next. We're going to center align the labels in row 4 and apply the bold format. So to do that, all you're doing is you're putting your pointer in the middle of A4, dragging across to B4 or D4 like that, let go. Control what to bold?
B.
Control B bolds. And then the center button is up here in your alignment group. It's the center button right here. So go ahead and click the center button up here, and it centers the labels. The center is right here. Okay. Now, guess what we finally get to do, everybody? We're going to change those numbers back to dates. So here we go. Format the dates in column C with the short date format. So this is what we're going to do, everybody. You're just going to select the values. So it's C5. I'm going to hold down Shift and click C34 like this. So yes, you click the first one, hold down Shift, click the last one, and they all select. Once you have selected those cells, up here where it says General, we're going to change that to Short Date. And I hope you all have dates. And if not, I hope you're enjoying your life. Okay, short date. All right, that was horrible. Okay, Nick, stop doing that. All right, moving on. Why don't we save it again? Control S to save. Okay. Even though we have one last step left, I forgot to do that, but here we go. So now they want us to do the column width for columns A through D to 13. So check this out. All you're going to do, just put your pointer on last name over here and just drag over to amount like this and let go. You You all remember this trick about column widths. You just have to have the cells selected and then you can do the column widths. You don't have to actually select the columns themselves. So, column width for review. It's over here in cells, format. And we're going to choose column width. Right now it is 10.43. What number am I supposed to put in again?
13.
13, thank you. I like that because I don't have to go back to the instructions. So it's 13. So we're increasing the size by a few pixels. Okay, let's click OK. So I hope they're all a little bit wider. All right. Now for the fun part. By the way, we are literally almost finished with this. All we're going to do for this next part is we're going to create an outline, we're going to create some averages, then we're going to do a pivot. We're going to do a pivot table and a pivot chart at the end of this. Don't worry, the data's already there. We don't have to worry about typing anything. So here we go. We're going to click cell A5. A5, right here. Make sure you click A5. Now, I'm going to make this real easy for you. It says sort by last name in ascending order. The fastest way to do that, everybody, you go up to the data tab up here. Ascending order is this little A to Z button right here to the left of sort. Let's click A to Z, this little tiny button right here. And there you go. It sorts it by last name. So you should have a whole bunch of Allens, Bashirs, etc. You should have all that now. Next, because if you don't do that step, the subtotals are going to look really strange. So here we go. Data tab, outline group. We're going to click the subtotal button, which is way over here. It's over here on the right side of the ribbon, subtotal. Let's go ahead and click subtotal. Notice how it brings all the data in when you did that? Notice how it's highlighting all the data? All right. So, obviously we're not going to do sum if we want. Okay, hold on. It says complete the dialog box to show the average. So the only thing, we're changing only one thing here, everybody. Only one thing. If it wants an average, we only have to change sum to average. And don't make any other changes. We're done with this. So we click OK. I really hope you see this. I'm not moving forward until everybody is confirmed. Okay, great. All right, let's move on. We're now going to format the values in column D as currency with no decimal places. So to do that, here's the fastest way. I'm going to click once on 450, D5. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to hold down my shift key. I'm going to click cell D40. So make sure you just select all the numbers from D5 to D40. And then we're going to click our home tab. Here's the fastest way to do this, everybody. They want us to do currency with 0 decimal places, right? So check it out. So I'm going to change general on the home tab to currency. Now here's the trick to this. You ready? You're going to love this. I click currency. To get rid of the decimal places, this is all you do, everybody. There's a little button right underneath currency that says, if you hover over it, decrease decimal. It's this button just below the currency button. It's right here. It's this button, decrease decimal, 2 times. 1, 2. Yay, decimal places are gone. I'm saving again because I'm starting to get paranoid about this. Okay. We only have 15 minutes left. We will finish, just to let you all know. All right, so step E. For some people, this is very confusing. All we're going to do, everybody, is we're going to collapse the outline on the left-hand side of the screen to where your screen looks like this, where it only shows the averages. So watch what we do here. Ready? See this little minus over here on the left-hand side of the screen next to Allen average? See this little minus? You're going to click that minus right here. Whoop. Then you're going to click the next minus right here. Whoop. And then we're going to click the next one like this. And the next one. And this is the last one. McAllister is the last one. You click like this. Whoop. I have good news, everybody. We're done with that sheet. Save it. We're going to finish this in 15 minutes. We got this. Oh, yeah. Just click the minus, yeah. Then just click that minus. Save it. All right. We are done with that sheet. 14 minutes to go. We got this. We got this. This is the last part. We're just going to create the pivot table, pivot chart, and we are finished. So here we go, everybody. Now we're going to go back to that original patients and equip sheet. Since we have not messed with that sheet yet, we are going to go back there. So please click on the first sheet tab. Down here at the bottom of the screen, bottom left corner, please click on patients and equip. We're already in A5, so we don't have to click A5. Make sure you are in the sheet for this next series of steps, everybody. All right, now, there is a button we have to click though. If we're going to insert a pivot table, I suppose we should click the Insert tab. Very good, I love it, I love it. Insert tab, okay? And we're choosing which pivot table? Recommended. So we're going to click on Recommended, Insert tab, Recommended Pivot Tables. Click that. You're going to love this, everybody. Which one are we going to pick? We're going to pick the first one, the one we're already on. So click what?
Some patients.
Okay, we are done. It's already selected. Click OK. Ta-da! Congratulations, you have created pivot table. Now you notice at the bottom left corner it says sheet 2 or sheet whatever your sheet number is down there. It doesn't matter if it's different. So we are going to rename the sheet. Here's what we're going to rename the sheet. Capital P on pivot, capital T on table, no period. So all we're going to do is this down here bottom left corner. Double click sheet whatever. It's all one word, everybody. This is not 2 words. This is one word. Pivot table. And then press enter. Oh, sheet 2. Wait, nothing came up. Right click sheet 2 and delete it. Okay. Now, insert. Recommended. There we go. Okay. There you go. Just double click sheet 3 and rename it pivot table. It's all one word, capital P, capital T. Okay. All right. I'm going to make this bigger so you can all see this. I would like you to make it a little bit bigger too. And of course, I got to move myself off the screen again. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. So you've created the pivot table. That's done. Now we're just going to modify the pivot table. That's all we're going to do here. So you should already be in cell A3. I hope you're on A3. I'm on A3. Are you in A3 too? Okay, just check. So now it wants us to go to the Pivot Table Analyze tab and change the data source. So you're already in the Pivot Table Analyze tab, correct? I hope. We're going to click this button right here in the middle. This button right here that says Change Data Source, please click the drop down and just click Change Data Source. Okay. Yep, click somewhere. Now click back on A3. A3, row labels. There you go. Now Pivot Table Analyze. Now change data source. Yep, change data source. Okay. So you'll notice, everybody, that in the beginning, it said that the last X number of rows weren't included. They were from some other source. Here's what I'd like you to do to fix this. Please click once over here in this blank area. Click once right here. We're going to get rid of the number 60. And we're going to type in 73. So we are getting rid of it because remember it came from 2 different places. So we're changing the data source to reflect those last 12 rows. And remember, we never touched this sheet. We never touched this sheet at all. We just copied it. We never did anything to it. So it's in its original format. That's why we have to type in 73. All right, moving on. Oh, you're finished with that. Click OK. Click OK. All right. So by doing that, the numbers changed. So your numbers should look like mine. Again, please zoom in and make this bigger. I know I keep asking everyone to do that. All right. We're at the end of this. Now, we're going to click cell B4. B4 is right here, 1619. Next, we're going to open the value field settings dialog box, and we're going to click number format. So to do that, everybody, it's up here. The button is up here. It says field settings up here. Click that. Okay, then this dialog box should appear. Then you're going to click number format. And you should see this. We're going to click number. So here's number. We're going to click the checkbox for use 1000 separator. And we're going to decrease the number of decimal places to how many? 0. So change that to 0. That's it, right? That is it. Okay. Click OK. Click OK. I hope you all see click OK again. I hope you all see commas now. And say everyone says yes. Okay, great. All right, here we go. We're now going to change the style of pivot table. So we're going to need to go to the Design tab up here, all the way up here, Design tab. And we are going to choose the one that says Dark Gray Pivot Style Dark 9. So we're going to click this more arrow right here. And it's dark under dark, and it's probably the 9th one. It's probably this one right there. It's this one right there, 9th one, if you go across. So there's 7 in the first row. It's the second one on the second row under dark. Click that. And it should turn into something that looks like this. Okay, now, hold on. So they want you to select banded rows and banded columns, the checkboxes. There should be 2 checkboxes up there on the left-hand side of the ribbon. They want banded rows, banded columns. Leave the other 2 alone. Don't make any other changes other than that. All 4 of these should be checked. Good? Let's finish this. We are at the end. Now we're going to create a pivot chart from, yes, we're going to create a pivot chart from the data. So we're already inside the data, which is good. So let's go back to the Pivot Table Analyze tab up here at the top of the screen, Pivot Table Analyze. And you see this little button over here on the right that says Pivot Chart? We probably should click that. So let's click on Pivot Chart here in Tools. Click that. And they want a clustered bar chart, so I suppose I should click, it is bar chart, right? Okay, so I'm gonna click on bar over here on the left. Hey, look, I have one option. So if that's the option I want, I click OK. So click OK. And there's our chart. Now, this is review, everybody. So we're gonna move that chart. Oh, by the way, we're not changing total on this, which is going to drive me absolutely up the wall. Total of what? So anyway, we're going to move the upper left corner to A12, bottom right to J35. So let's move this to A12 first. So just put your pointer somewhere up here where it's a 4-directional arrow. Then just hold down your left mouse button and drag this down to A12 like that, and then let go.
I was literally stretching it.
Then it was J35, right? Yeah. So bottom right handle, this is review. Put your pointer on the bottom right dot. Notice how it turns into a 2-directional arrow. You're gonna drag over to J and down to 35 like that, and then you're gonna let go. For people at home, my face is blocking it. I know this. I already know this. Don't tell me I don't know it here. I'll move myself back over there so you can see it. All right. Okay, back to it. Okay. All right. Step F. We're going to change the style to style 7. Okay, so we're going to come up here to, is it design? There it is. So click your design tab up here. And the 7th one is this dark one right here. So go ahead and click that. And it turns it into a dark pivot chart. Okay, let's finish this. Look, final step. So, in your pivot table, we're going to go to cell B4. So I'm going to scroll up. I'm going to click once on B4, right here. Now this is the cool part about pivot charts, everybody. When you sort the data in the pivot chart, it also in the pivot table, it changes it on the pivot chart. So that's what we're going to do right here. So here we go. They want you to sort the data in descending order. So which tab was that earlier? The data tab. Descending order is Z to A. This little button right here that says Z to A. Click that. Look at that. Beautiful. That's descending order. That's what it's all supposed to look like this. Check it out. That's what it's supposed to look like. We're finished. Save it. Upload it. Save. Save. Upload. We did it. 11, 12. We did it. Whew. That was close. That was a close one. Only submit the one with your name on it as a reminder. Do not submit the other one. I've had people try to submit the other one. How come it's not letting me upload it? Because it's not the right type. We're celebrating. That is wonderful. 33 points in the bank. People at home, you were awesome. I hope to see at least some of you that are not here in class on Tuesday for chapter 9 already. Holy smokes. It's been fun. We'll see you around. Thank you everybody for being here. You've been a great crowd. Have a wonderful day. Okay.